Hi, everybody. It's Linda. Today's Wednesday, I believe the 16th of April. I did a lovely show today with Nate, who's really cool. And I just wanted to kind of touch bases with you. It's just a couple of little things. This won't be a long video. So the judge has determined that the Trump administration is in contempt of court. Okay. So I want to take a look at, he said he wants a special counsel or someone to do these charges, but he does know that the Trump's DOJ won't help. So he's planning on probably doing an outside entity to take care of this. There's going to be trouble coming up. So I just want to take a look, see at that. And then Chris Van Hollen just met with El Salvador's vice president, Felix Ulloa. And he told Van Hollen that the reason they're holding Kilmore Abrego Garcia is because the Trump administration is paying them to do so. Sorry. They also provided no evidence that Abrego Garcia is part of an MS-13 or committed any crimes, just like the U.S. government has not been able to do. Trump is literally colluding with El Salvador to violate the Supreme Court order and violating it with lies. So this senator is going to come back with some stuff. So as you can see, we got some things we got to be looking at. And also, did you see the stock market's dropping again, just like we said? TikTok. Okay. Contempt of court. How will that work out? I see like might even be special units or something going to get him. They might just open the door and say, you go, and then we got we're not going to invade El Salvador or anything. But I see him coming home. I can't tell you when though. I hope I'm not looking at the new president. So let's take a look, see. Hold on, there's another thing I want to look at. Okay. All right. Contempt of court. This judge is furious. He knows we're in trouble. So does the Supreme Court. I know that Justice Roberts is very upset with this. Like, what the heck did we do? Because they know they're at fault too. They gave that guy carte blanche. But this is good that Trump's so vain because his vainness is what's going to take him down. He thinks, yeah, no, I don't have to listen to you. He's pushing it as far as he can throw it. But he's keeps doing this, but watch what happens. Contempt of court. He's going to have to get a special counsel separate from the DOJ. And somebody said to Pam Bondi on Twitter, remember what happened to Richard Nixon's AG. She's in trouble. I'm telling you right now, she's going down with the whole ship. So here's Pam Bondi. She's the first one that shows. She's crossed with the truth, the sun, overseeing it. The angel of line of mercy is kind of looking out for this. This isn't Pam. This could even be the new special counsel. Okay, thank you. So they're telling me that Trump will try to block monies from being able to even hire someone, but I see someone coming in almost does it for free. Okay, so they will fight. Ooh, and we will bring him home. Look at this. There was actually like doling out the money, and this is some good news in the House. And this is working away, but in the hope streams of wishes is success and celebration. So this isn't like, oh, we try to do contempt of court and nothing's happening. This is good. It will require some work, but this is good. See, this is him coming home. This guy, this gentleman that's over there now, Van Holen, let's look at him real quick because I think he's a big plug in this. This is good. I know so many people are afraid, oh, Linda, but trust me, it's good that they're doing these battles because these battles are drawing a line. He thinks he's all that in a cup of tea. Now, somebody was saying on some show, a lot of his voters like his deportation, just getting children and stuff and deporting them, just like they did before when they put all those kids separated the family. But they don't like anything else he's doing. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Van Holen. He talked to the VP. The VP said the reason they're holding him is because Trump paid. So how are you going to act like, well, Salvador said no when you paid for them to say no? So it's another big lie. Whoever this person is that's going to come in and start the contempt of court is going to have this information. Somebody was saying they remembered when that one senator went to Africa about the Jim Jones, remember? And then he was killed. I don't see them being hurt or killed. I don't see that happening. But they were saying they're worried about it. But no, I don't see that happen. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of bad news. It's a lot of bad news, you guys. The cycle will change, but look at the disappointment. But there's hope behind it, okay? Coming out of the Ten of Swords, which is good. The Tower. Why is the Tower in heartbreak? They're going to pitch a fit for, let me tell you something. I hate to say this, but it's going to be probably not till August. I hate to say this, where we'll finally get some push, where we're able to break through. Because look at this, the Tower and the Three of Swords. So there's going to be at least 3 months. What is this? April, May, June, July. I'm feeling July, August. I don't like doing times, but I feel, some good news with him being able to come out. Whoa, I just got this hit. I just got a hit that might be some very wealthy people. I don't know who this is saying, okay, I'll tell you what, El Salvador, we'll pay for him to come home. You just let him go. We'll have our personal militia come get him and take him out of there. I don't know why I just got that, but I feel like, it's all about money. Money talks, and they're going to overpay what Trump paid. And just for this guy initially. Down the road, they'll get a lot of people home. Also, somebody said, have you guys been having ringing in your ears? I've been having very high pitched ringing in my ears, which usually means it can be tetanitis, but I don't have that. It means some sort of solar flare thing going on. It means God screaming. Okay, so I wanted to look at him. I think this definitely will work out, okay? But it's just going to be a little bit tough. Gee, what a shame. The former Kentucky mayor, Kevin Taylor, and his wife, Michelle, have both been arrested for child sex crimes. Oh, here we go. Do you think Trump's AG, Pam Bondi, is aware Richard Nixon's attorney general ended up going to jail? Oh, yeah, she's aware. They think they can hide behind his skirt, but he's not going to be able to last. And the United States just announced 245% tariff on China. He's just going in circles. He's hurting so many people. The stock market started to go down again. We'll take a good look at that. Let's look at the stock market. And Greenland is working with China now. Greenland and the Panama Canal and all of them. They're having a community session. They're talking about free trading. Yeah, China is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's so weird, it's China's communist country. And they can be hard on people. It's sometimes not easy. Although right now I think this United States of America is showing their a side that's very ugly. But they don't have people living in the streets and people doing drugs on the streets. They don't have homeless, which is something to look at. There's always something underlying. So I'm not going to go pro China, but I'm just telling you that isn't it funny how they're ending up being king for a day? They're the ones that, and they know a lot of Americans are like, I mean, they steal our information all the time. They've always been that way. But it's just something how they said we've been around for 5,000 years and we'll be around another 5,000 years. Because they just think of him as a bully and a joke. Yeah, he's going down, you guys. Okay. So, and by the way, the homemade people he wants to send to, sorry, you're gonna have to build a couple more prisons. Wash. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. This justice system that we have in the United States of America is going to be a lot stronger than you think. We will fight tooth and nail, even the bloody Supreme Court, 9-0. Hello. That never happens. 9-0. And I think that they really want Trump to know this isn't cool. So whenever something comes back to them, I feel they're not kowtowing to him. I know a lot of people said, oh, are they going to come around and act like, oh, well, maybe he misunderstood it. I feel like they will say no to him. He doesn't like being told no. Okay, so let's look at the stock market. I feel, Trump doesn't listen to other people telling him, sir, this sucks. You're in trouble. People are losing too much money. You're in trouble. He doesn't listen to it. Right now, he's upset that even Grassley is talking about taxing the higher income people. He said, we sat down and talked about it going from after this thing is over with that Trump put in about upping it to 37.5%. And we all said, why not? It'll save us, it'll help us with money, and it doesn't affect them that bad. And he said it. He said it as clear as day on camera. I watched his mouth moving. And I think that is really upsetting Trump, but I think they might do it. I can see Johnson just going crazy. No, you can't do this. Yeah, the stock market's good. There's going to be more heartache with the stock market, you guys. But it's not going on the brink as bad as 2008. But I do see a turnaround in the House. In the House, which also means our Congress, our senators are actually going to come up with a game plan that works for us. Because they're taking a beating right now. Some of the Republicans are actually meeting with their constituents. They're taking a beating. And that Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks she's all that in a champagne glass, and she's nothing but a cold turd in a Dixie cup. She's about ready to find out. Oh, and here's another little piece of gossip. I don't think you guys saw this yet. Elise Stefanik is talking about running for governor of New York. Oh, run, baby, run. Elise Stefanik is talking about, you know what? She got in there and she's in that terrible new office in between Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert. And she's, lost all her committees. And she's thinking, what am I doing here? She couldn't keep going for what she was going because Trump wasn't going to give it to her because he didn't want her to leave. But now she'll get out. She'll probably run and lose. So listen, I also want to tell you guys real quick that the Pentagon, inside information, that the Pentagon has requested certain nations discontinue giving arms to the Ukraine. Can you believe the gonads? Probably France or whoever, and they're saying, could you stop giving Ukraine, this or that? And you know what they're saying? No. Let's look at Ukraine real quick. They just hit somebody. I can't remember. Kursk, Kursk, and some sort of weapons depot or something. They hit them really good too. This is going to be a beautiful thing, you guys. I know everybody's like, sometimes you can't even, like yesterday I had my downtime. I told my friend, I don't shower. I don't do anything with myself. All I do is veg, sleep, watch some YouTube videos, watch a movie. I had to go. I think one of the dogs had an appointment, but I had to do something. But I only do what I don't want to read anybody. I don't want to do anything. I need one of those days. And plus I was getting that ringing in my ears. High pitched. Sometimes that happens before a big earthquake. But the ringing, usually I get like dizzy too, if it's going to be an earthquake. But I'm telling you, that volcano's going off in Alaska. Okay, now I forgot where I was going. Ukraine. Sweet Ukraine. Oh, and then Russia was saying, oh, they killed an old person too. Well, look at all the babies you killed. Did you see that they did a thing? The most children killed by terrorists is Israel. And they just showed a video of some Israel young men in Taiwan causing all kinds of trouble. And the Taiwan people said, we're done. And they beat the crap out of them. They were out there with no shirts, acting like they're king for a day. Who knew, right? And also the International Crime Courts have hit Hungary and said, why didn't you give up Netanyahu? Like they're going to hit them too with some sort of charges. But they said, you were supposed to give up Netanyahu. You better start getting on the ball here. So Netanyahu, they're getting close. He's not a very good man at all. He's hiding behind Trump all happy, thinking Trump's running the show. Trump ain't running nothing. And also, real quick, God, I got so much information for you. It wasn't, I believe Miller has a lot to do with talking in Trump's ear. He thinks he's the step-down president more so than Musk. But you know who the one whose idea it was for El Salvador? Guess who? Eric Prince. Eric Prince is the one that came up with that. Eric Prince needs to go. Okay, so thank you. Well, they've always had the angels looking out for them. And there's good news with money, more things that they need. They're working hard. Okay, they've got I think this thing might be over this year. There's no tower, but there's the Eight of Wands, which means quickly. Things will happen quickly. Some sort of agreement will be made. Look at that. Celebration and strength. This could even be by August. Hold on, let me look at my predictions deck real quick. I'm just so excited, you guys. Maybe we should throw in that Prince guy. He needs to go. I got to tell you something. Okay, I'm just going to, and I think I sort of mentioned it to you before. I keep picking up behind the scenes militia, but not militia. It's working for the right side. it's like these groups that are talking about taking out those who are working against the United States. Like they did, I don't know, but I just see that. I don't know what it is. I see these are people who are professionals. I'd be very careful about that parade Trump wants to have. But I feel, and it's not necessarily taking Trump out. It could be people like Prince, other people. They're going to go around and start disposing them. I don't know if it's actual hits or if it's grabbing them up and sending them to El Salvador. I'm feeling like something's going to happen. Okay. Tell me about Ukraine with these cards. Somebody just said Ukraine's going to be okay. Ukraine's going to be okay. Future time. All right. All for money. Societal collapse. I think societal collapse is Putin. And I think it's about money because our Russia guy that does the YouTube thing, politicians, government, he said that even the car industry is just plummeting. And don't forget their oil is way down. Russia's getting ready to get hit so hard, and even the United States can't help them out. It's going to be something between Netanyahu and Putin kind of going at the same time. It's really going to affect Trump. Okay. Prince. Let's just look at this Prince guy. What's the outcome for him? He's always been trouble. He's been a thorn in our sides. We got a very tenacious justice system that is definitely, even the ones that Trump put in there are what he would call working against him, but they're not. They're doing justice. Prince, he's underhanded, he's low life. He's always looking for the next buck. And he's got plenty of money. I don't know why he's always kind of a shyster. He's going to try to stay out of the United States, you guys, and do other wars. He's not doing Russia, though. He saw what happened to that guy that was a real close pal with Putin. And then Putin left them with nothing, and a lot of his men were killed, and he marched into Russia. You guys remember that? We thought for sure, finally, somebody's going to take him out, and then he stopped short of taking him out. Then he acted like they were buddies, and then he blew them up in the air. It's better not to mess with or to act like you're a friend to Putin. He just destroys everything he touches. Trump would do that and may have done that, but he can't because our eyes are more wide open. Back in Russia, it's a whole different collective consciousness. And they kind of just try to, as long as they can live, they're okay. But see, what's happening is they can't live. And so they're going to get ready to tear it down. Okay. So I want to ask about Governor Newsom. He's suing the United States about the tariffs. He's told other countries, just deal with us. I see Trump trying to throw a wrench in that. Like, no, it's the United States. I'm the president. You can't do that. Tell me about Newsom. I'm not going to go if he's going to be president. I'm not feeling it right now. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen or will happen. I just am not feeling it right now. Tell me about Newsom. Tell me about Newsom. And the lawsuit against the United States. You know what's interesting? diaper pants. He's over there taking things to the Supreme Court. Like he's the one that wanted to hear the Supreme Court to rule on this guy that's in El Salvador on Garcia. And yet when they came back and said, yeah, that's not cool and bring him home, he said no. So, Newsom's got some struggles here, a little trouble. He's making money happening. He's working hard on the money situation to happen. Oh, here's the justice. But September is like there. They might even say, pull this tariff thing. I see him working with Japan. I see Japan and China coming out of a period of waiting. So here you go. Look at some agreement is made. He might be able to pull an agreement on the side, but I see Trump pissed. I don't know. I'm almost feeling. See, the thing is that Trump really technically shouldn't have been able to do these tariffs without approval of Congress, but you got such a low-life Congress, they're not going to go against the king. Of course, once the midterms happen, that's all done and dusted. So I'm feeling like they're going to keep fighting Newsom, even if they say, yes, you can't do this. You need the Congress. But I see Congress cowtailing to Trump. So it almost feels like he doesn't get everything done, but good news comes in the summer. So I wouldn't doubt if he gets a personal thing, even with Trump fighting him, of how about working with us? Did you guys see that nobody's coming to America? Nobody's coming to use the hotels, that nobody's doing the flights. Nobody wants to come here. It's not just a disapproval of Trump, but it's the fear factor, what they're doing to people. There was a Trumpster that just came in from, do you guys remember? He came in from someplace. He's a Trumpster. Been in this country forever, owns a business out here, and they held him. So yeah, they don't care. Okay, so let's take a look of what's coming up. I'm seeing explosions. I'm seeing like a volcanic explosion. So that's definitely happening. Is there any news you want to tell people about? Prove that it was you that was here and give us something that people can go, I'll be doggone, Linda. Give me something to give everybody. Something in the future, even if it's just a few days. In prison, detained, banking currency, and celebrate success. So there's a little piece of good news here. I think the banking currency is some trouble with don't worry about the banks, but with the monetary issues. So this is them trying to get that guy out and they won't be able to get him out. Not right yet. Not right yet, you guys. Just wait for it. Also, thank you to Jordan James and Sharon Jordan. The Canon Legacy, the Last Will and Testament. They sent me this. I like these things. You can put money in there. The Year of the Snake. And this is their beautiful son, Sean Lewis. Our Sean Finnegan Finn. He's in spirit. So listen, I also heard from, I haven't heard from Mel yet today, but I did hear from Julie and Dennis. They had a heck of a time. He had to stay the night in the hospital. They needed 2 stents to get up and on the right side. And his heart was a little bit, He goes up and down the blood, but they said it was an angry heart because of the hard work they had to do. They didn't do the other side. They'll do that at another time. But it was 90% occluded. So he's even talking about his legs feeling better. So there you go. So he's going to feel much better. His deceased son came to me last night, and I never met him, but I was thinking of them and praying for them. And the son said, my dad stays for my mom. He's not afraid. My dad isn't afraid to die. But if he need be, he'll die. He doesn't worry about that. But he wants to make sure my mom is okay. So basically his drive to live is for her. And so he has more life left in him. What he did for himself is giving him more life. But the kid was just riding between a Harley Davidson motorcycle and a horse. The wind was going through his hair. He was free as a bird. Looking forward to one day his dad joining him. It's weird visions I get, you guys. So, okay. So before I go though, because my mediumship sort of kicked in kind of strong, some planet must be laying in another planet. Let's pick somebody, okay? Somebody famous who's deceased. Please come in and just give us some information. Oh, who I see is, he's not a politician. I see Edgar Cayce. I can see him. Oh, he had beautiful blue eyes. Edgar Cayce. We're coming up to we passed his birthday. He had a birthday recently on Earth Day. He wants you guys to know there's definitely hope for the future. We will learn from our mistakes. Okay. Okay, this is a weird thing. He's saying that as my friend Dennis's heart is an angry heart from all the work they did on it, it's an angry nation with all the work that will need to be done, but it will level out and it'll be okay. And there's a lot of heroes in this picture. There's a lot of good people in this picture. And God bless the law firms and the colleges that are saying hell to the no. No, you're not going to be, that just makes him mad because he's king. You can't do that to me. He's king. I'm so excited, you guys. This is a beautiful thing. So, go ahead. Time frames are the hardest for psychics, he's saying. There's some things he saw that haven't happened, but he still sees them. Energetically, he can see them. Something about even the Mississippi River going a separate way or something like that. The earth and all the problems with the earth will bring man closer together. And the isolation of this president and not helping us is making each state more strong because they know they can't depend on this guy, just like when he went to North Carolina, I'll fix this. And then he said, nah, he's a blatant liar. He's a con man. And yeah, a lot of people are saying, hey, F around and find out, but it's still painful. It's still very, very painful. And now we've got this measles epidemic. It's getting in the 600s now. It's just very sad. It's very sad, you guys. But other nations are picking up where we left off, and we will come back again, but it'll be an angry nation. It's going to be a little bit troubling to filter things out, but we'll make sure that we never get another president like that. We will make sure there's, total background checks, FBI checks, no convicted felons, no more. And if you have a thing against you, like doesn't he have monies he's supposed to pay that he hasn't paid yet? That should be No, you can't be president. You got to pay these off first. No, he got all kinds of money from rich people, and he's not paying back anything. But that Stormy Daniels, she got that GoFundMe. First thing she did was pay off her debt to him. First thing she did, because she didn't want that hanging over her. Good for her. Okay, so I don't want you guys to worry. Things are going to be okay. And I'll see my members tomorrow for the 3 card. Cheers.